Good morning. Well, I said I'd do some videos to talk about what I do on the yard with these horses. So this is my first video, which is how I start most of my days, in the pitch black. It's about 6:30 and I'm just about to go round and start feeding everyone. It's a bit of a military operation to get everyone fed, but I tend to get feeds ready the night before so that I can go round and give everyone their breakfast. I feed a conditioning feed from Red Mills, which is Ultra Care, along with a fibre base of grass nuts, which comes from Emerald Green Feeds. I also base that out then with their chaff, which is called the Alfalfa Amazing. So I'll now go around and feed everyone, and I'll do a little catch up, and you can meet all the horses. A bit dark to do videos at the moment, I think. This is Nish Elsbridge. He's a lovely 10-year-old that arrived last week, currently waiting for his breakfast. They called him Nishi Nunu in training because of the strange noises that he makes whilst he's waiting for breakfast. Don't you know? Yeah. Next door here is Babs. This is Babsy Yates. She's a lovely 5-year-old by Yates, who's actually heading off to her new home next week. And on the end here we've got Oliver. Some of you will remember Oliver. He is a 5-year-old, also by Fame and Glory, that arrived about 8 weeks ago now. He arrived looking really, really poor after a bit of a rough time over in Ireland. So he's looking great now, and this is actually his last breakfast here because he'll be heading off to his new home later on today actually. So he'll be having a good old scrub and a bit of a spruce up before he heads off to start his new life later today. So I've currently got 8 horses here, 3 of which are my own. First one of my own is Rani. He is my 5-year-old. He turned 5 in March and is just the sweetest boy. He played a lot of polo after being a useless racehorse, and is now here turning into what I hope will be a lovely young event horse for next season. As you can see mooching around in the background there, that's little Dennis. Dennis is his absolute best buddy. They live together, they sleep together, and they play together. They're great friends, and I think they love each other dearly. So next door to Dennis and Rani, we've got Bloomin. Bloomin is a 6-year-old by Fame and Glory, who was sold last year actually, well earlier on this year, but has now come back unfortunately after the lady that bought him took a tumble. So sad circumstances here, but he's back here to find himself a forever home. He's a lovely, lovely boy, and we're really enjoying working with him. On the end here is Irish. Irish is my boy. He arrived from Neil Mulholland back in July. He's a funny old thing. He's quite a sensitive soul, has his own opinion on everything, but is a real sweetheart. So looking forward to seeing what he's made of next season. So last 2 to be introduced. This is Glenview Beauty. She arrived with Nish Elsbridge and Nina last week. And this is Nina's field. She's a lovely little 4-year-old with a heart on her head. She's a real sweetheart, a lovely, lovely ride, and we'll soon be looking to go on to her next chapter. So breakfast time at the yard mainly involves walking around in the dark. So I'll do a bit of an update later on to explain where we go from here. So Saturdays generally tend to be a mass muck out day. All beds get taken up, floors get swept down, and fresh bedding popped in. Generally use Saturdays for viewings or to get some photos, and then if we're going to go anywhere we go and compete on a Sunday. Over in the arena there you'll see Sian, who is pretty much our resident photographer, and she's just catching some photos of the lovely Bloomin, who's working on the flat today, and he'll be looking for his new home over the next couple of months. Georgie's just riding him along, and we'll be doing a bit of jumping later on this morning with the other horses.
He looks lovely.
Good boy, Bluey. You good boy.
Oh, it's good fun.
He says that was great. So this is Oliver, just heading off to his lovely, lovely new home.